day 11 of the summer staycation, and Daddy's hair is longer than he'd like it. Daddy's squinting through it at the mirror when I playfully suggest, I could always trim your hair if you like. Daddy looks up, his face wavering between horror and temptation. I shrug nonchalantly. It's a shrug meant to convey quiet confidence. Hey, you've seen me at Christmas. I'm good with scissors. What it actually conveys is, I'll give it a go. Might be a laugh if I screw it up. Before he can respond, I scamper off. I'll get the scissors and the clippers. No! Revolts Daddy's facial expression. She's not a licensed barber. She is at best a bored amateur. Yeah, but it is getting in my eyes. Daddy wrestles with his reflection, so it might be okay. What is this? The Corona logo? Daddy's reflection derides him. Didn't you see her scamper? She was actually scampering. Plus, she's no good with scissors. She doesn't even use them to cut sellotape. She's a biter. Remember that, Daddy? A biter. I return with the scissors and flash my gnashes. I am so happy to have a focus. I am practically skipping. This frightens Daddy for 2 reasons. Number 1, you should never skip with scissors. Everybody knows that. And 2, I may look a tinsy-wincy bit too keen. Okay. Daddy stutters out loud. Okay, what? Okay, I trust you? Daddy guesses. The problem for Daddy is he really does need a haircut. He's struggling to fit it all in on Zoom. And it seems to have developed a mind of its own. For example, Daddy's not quite sure what his fringe is pointing at, but it's definitely trying to draw his attention to something over there. Plus, how bad can a home haircut be? Daddy's had the same haircut pretty much throughout his life, and has always thought, correctly, that his hair is, well, just a bit shit. Daddy wakes up with stalks perpendicular to his head, which refuse to go back down, despite the desperate ministrations of my licked hand. No matter how hard I try to subtly smooth it into place, it just won't go. So I stop, lest he ends up looking like one of the cat people. Plus, now that Daddy's hit 40, his hair is getting braver and more adventurous. His sexy newfound ability to grow a single 3-foot pure white eyebrow hair overnight is just one example of this. Then there's his hairline, not so much receding as fleeing the scene of a crime. Daddy makes himself slightly less uncomfortable in the salon, by which I mean we put a stool on the balcony and a tea towel around his shoulders. This tea towel is damp, Daddy complains. Yeah, I just ride up with it. Thanks, hoo-ha, Fidel Sassoon. The first thing that strikes Daddy is that this is the first haircut he can remember where there's been no mirror in front of him. As I get busy and he starts to see hair flying past his face, Daddy decides it's probably a blessing. As I get closer to his skull, Daddy starts to squirm. Keep still, Daddy! Sorry, Mummy. You're still moving. If this same haircut goes tits up, it'll all be your fault. I gently put his mind at rest. I get him in a headlock, holding him down like he's a prize ewe in an Aussie outback sheep shearing contest. His hair is billowing all over Mrs. Wong's smalls. What are we going to tell Mrs. Wong? Daddy meekly inquires. We'll just tell her Mr. Ung's cat was coughing up fur balls again. I'm just gonna sort your monobrow out while I've got you here. You're going to look like a prince by the time I'm done with you, Daddy. The baldy one or the ginger one? I ignore his goading. Finally, I release him. There! Pleased with my handiwork, I pass him a small hand mirror. Daddy's hands are so sweaty, it slips through his grasp. Whoopsie, butterfingers. That's 7 years bad luck. I soothe. Well, I press him. You look a bit surprised? Do I? No, I'm just, getting used to it. He offers in what he hopes is a neutral voice. Then why do you sound so testy? I allow my hitherto unexplored artistic temperament to flare up and take commands. Because, shit chops, Daddy's brain wants to scream. You've made me look like a testy. Look, do you like it or not? I fish for compliments. I'm, sure it will, grow on me? Daddy sighs and laughs maniacally until a single tear rolls down his cheek.